Klaus Schwab's The Fourth Industrial Revolution is not merely a prediction, it is a diagnosis and a manifesto. Its central, unwavering thesis is that humanity is at the precipice of a transformation so profound that it will fundamentally alter how we live, work, and relate to one another. This change is not a linear extension of the digital age, but a fusion of technologies blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. To view this as simply more tech is to misunderstand the coming upheaval entirely. Schwab argues this revolution is defined by its velocity, breadth, and depth, and systems impact. It is evolving at an exponential, not linear pace, disrupting almost every industry in every country, and will fundamentally transform entire systems of production, management, and governance. The core drivers, the technologies themselves. The book meticulously outlines the key technologies driving this revolution, framing them not as tools, but as forces that will reshape reality. 1. The physical realm. Autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, advanced robotics, and new materials. This isn't just about self-driving cars, it's about the on-demand printing of products, organs, and buildings, and robots with capabilities moving from manual labor to cognitive tasks. 2. The digital realm. The Internet of Things, IoT, blockchain, and platforms. Schwab describes a world where billions of devices are connected, creating a global nervous system. Data becomes the new asset, and blockchain could dismantle traditional institutions of trust, like banks and governments. 3. The biological realm. Gene editing, CRISPR, synthetic biology, and neurotechnology. This is the most profound and disquieting domain. It moves beyond treating illness to actively editing life itself, designing babies, extending human lifespans, and potentially merging human consciousness with machines. The critical point Schwab makes is that it is the interaction of these fields that creates the revolutionary impact. AI will analyze biological data to personalize medicine. 3D printing will use new materials designed by AI. This convergence is what makes the Fourth Industrial Revolution a categorical shift from all that came before. The inevitable consequences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Schwab is not a blind techno-optimist. The book lays out a stark, binary future shaped by our response. The potential benefits are immense: growth, efficiency, and solutions to long-standing problems like disease and resource scarcity. However, the analysis dedicates significant weight to the severe systemic risks. 1. Massive displacement of labor. This is not just about factory jobs. AI and automation are poised to replace a vast swath of white-collar, cognitive labor, analysts, lawyers, accountants, and even creative professionals. Schwab posits that the future labor market may polarize into a small, highly valued, cognitive elite and a larger segment of low-skill, low-pay service jobs, with the middle hollowed out. 2. The exacerbation of inequality. The winners will be those who own the technology and the capital, the innovators, shareholders, and investors. This will lead to a concentration of wealth and power that could make historical inequalities seem trivial. The book explicitly warns of a world where a useless class emerges. People who are not just unemployed, but unemployable because they cannot compete with AI and enhanced humans. 3. The end of privacy and the rise of surveillance. With the IoT and biometric monitoring, the concept of private life erodes. Schwab describes a world of ambient computing, where our environments are intelligent, responsive, and constantly collecting data. This creates unprecedented potential for social control, behavioral manipulation, and state or corporate surveillance. 4. The challenge to human agency and identity. As we integrate technology into our bodies and minds through bioenhancement and brain-computer interfaces, a fundamental question arises: what does it mean to be human? Schwab forces the reader to confront the unsettling reality that the tools shaping our future are already here, and the battle is over who will control them and to what end. The prescription, a call for agile governance and global cooperation. Schwab's proposed response is where the book becomes most controversial and revealing of its underlying philosophy. He argues that existing national governments and international institutions are too slow, siloed, and outdated to manage this revolution. His solution is a new model of agile governance built on global public-private partnerships. In essence, the immense challenges of the Fourth Industrial Revolution require that the lines between corporation, state, and civil society blur. The most powerful and innovative actors, global tech corporations and forward-thinking governments, must collaborate to set the rules, norms, and standards for this new era. This is not presented as a democratic ideal, but as a pragmatic necessity. The scale and speed of change, in Schwab's view, demand that decision-making be ceded to flexible, multi-stakeholder networks that can act with the required agility. This model inherently centralizes power in the hands of those who control the technology and the data. Conclusion: a philosophical crossroads. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is ultimately a sobering and provocative book. It presents a future that is not a simple, happy tale of progress, but a fundamental paradigm shift, laden with both utopian and dystopian potential. Its most thought-provoking contribution is the argument that we are not facing a technological revolution with social consequences. We are facing a social and human revolution that is enabled by technology. The core challenges are not technical, but philosophical, ethical, and political. The book leaves the reader with an uncomfortable choice. Do we trust in the vision of a globally coordinated, technocratically managed transition led by elites in Davos? Or does this path itself represent the greatest risk? The consolidation of power in a way that could foreclose on more democratic, decentralized, and human-centric futures. Schwab provides the diagnosis and his prescribed cure, forcing us to confront the unsettling reality that the tools shaping our future are already here, and the battle is over who will control them and to what end.